See how tight this is? It looks like Brett's gonna have to stay in here. Look, he has no room.
I don't think I can get out.
So we arrived back in Tennessee last night, late, and today we are on the road getting a lawnmower that we found on Marketplace. And it was about, what, an hour from the house?
About an hour drive, but all of them I was finding were about an hour away. Either Murfreesboro, this one happens to be across the line in Alabama.
Oh yeah, so this is in Alabama, I forgot. But it's been a beautiful drive,
Yeah.
at least. And it's growing season right now, so it's hard to find mowers.
There are a lot of mowers available, anywhere in the price range from $400 to about $1,500 for what I'm looking for. I want a Cub Cadet, 42 to 46 inch cut, so it's maneuverable. Something in, you know, fairly good condition. I don't mind if it's got fair wear and tear. I don't mind if it needs blades or if we buy a mulching kit for it later. But I like the Cub Cadets. Same quality as a John Deere, they're just a little bit cheaper. And you can find them, they're pretty abundant. So I'm looking forward to getting them. We need to get a mower and a weed eater really quick. Up in Manchester, I'm chatting with a guy, I gotta get back to him. I'm going cordless with the weed eater, I think, because we just don't need a gas weed eater. I don't think we have enough yard for that. So I'm going with the Cobalt. It's a good brand, good quality, and the batteries are known to be pretty good. They don't fail too often. And so I'm just kind of going that route. And it looks like he has one for $100 with the battery and the battery pack, the 40 volt. I looked online at Lowe's and brand new, they're $150. This one's almost brand new for $100. So I'm saving $50 plus tax. I think he could get a little lower. $80 would be a better deal, but we'll see where he's at. I'm willing to pay the $100, or I wouldn't go looking at that. And these things are selling fast. Like these lawnmowers, they could be sold by the time we get there. But the people selling this one, they wanted constant contact. Let me know when you're 30 minutes out. Let me know when you're 15 minutes out.
That's because so many people
There's a
on
lot of
Marketplace flake out, don't stay in communication, and then again there's so many scams. So this is the necessary way.
Yeah. So we had
Stay in communication.
We had to kind of jump in the Jeep after we just unloaded it, unhooked the trailer, had to hook it all back up.
Go, 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 go.
Go, go, go.
Gotta get it. It's a deal. So this is our first, well actually our second one, because we did purchase the bedroom suite on Facebook Marketplace. So this will be our second home purchase. Looking for them deals. We'll keep you posted.
So hey guys, it's a little warm out here today. It's 93 degrees and we're in Alabama. Northern Alabama, about 22.5 miles from the Tennessee border. So we're checking out this lawnmower. It is older. You see its age here on the seat. But you can tell by this shroud, it's one of the newer, older ones. We've checked the oil, and you're looking for discoloration here. You may want to smell it, but it's clear. It's almost like water, but it's not water. Older gentleman, he's had it. He bought it new. He keeps it in the garage. It's in good condition. It's a 22 horsepower, which the Kohler motor, it's a good motor. There's 2 or 3 different motors that come in these, and this is like the third one of the 3. But there's nothing wrong with them. It does have a higher horsepower than most. Most have an 18 or 19, so that's good. It's got good power. The gentleman let me try it out here in the ditch, and we cut this ditch here, and it threw grass just fine. It cut just fine. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be a good purchase for $500. So
But he did miss a big spot over there.
I did miss a spot, but the ditch is, in my defense, it's hot, and this ditch kind of is steep. So
he don't want to get fired already.
Other than a few cosmetics here, that's it. I mean,
so you're going to take this baby home and cut the grass?
I'm going to take it home and cut some grass.
All right. Okay, so earlier we picked up a lawnmower. Now we are on our way to purchase a stackable washer and dryer that Brett found on Facebook Marketplace for good price. How much was it?
$300.
$300. So hopefully everything is in working order.
They've already told us that it's missing a knob, but everything works. They used an Allen wrench. That's fine for me because these units used are about $600. I can get a knob for it, $20.
So we're on the search for more deals.
Unless it's all rusted out or something.
So this should be a good find. And after this, we are heading to get what?
A Cobalt electric weed eater with the battery and charger for $100.
Okay,
I'm
so
hoping he'll take 80.
today is deal
is still
day.
a good deal. It's 150 in Lowe's, and he says it's like new. He decided to get a commercial one, and that very well could be. It's worth 100. I mean, you go to Lowe's and get it, you're gonna pay 150 plus tax. So that'd be a good deal for me too. I could use it. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
And both of these things happen to be in the same city. That's why we're buying them at the same time.
Got to stay busy here when you're looking for deals.
Now,
Go, go, go.
some of these deals will slow down a little bit because we needed a lawnmower, we needed a bed, we need a weed eater, we need a stackable washer and dryer. Then the rest are just wants. But these were needs.
Yeah, so those we can look at leisurely and really, really get better deals.
Because I know people are going to say, well, why don't you go to auctions? Well, auction houses take a long time to do. You have to bid on them, you got to find them, you got to win them, and then you don't know if they're working or not. And they need to be working. So auction houses take longer. So yeah, these are something we need, right away. So.
All right, so we'll check them out, and hopefully they're good deals.
Yeah.
And they work. I mean, it is a good deal, but if it's not working, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be then. So
It's been a long day.
there's a lot to check out. You got to make sure it tumbles and it dries, it heats up, and the washer, make sure it rotates through and pumps the water out.
All right, we'll let you know if we buy it. Okay, so washer and dryer deal did not go through. There was a couple different reasons. Number one, we couldn't plug it in to make sure it worked. Number two, there was some rust on the machine, and just the overall feel, I wasn't getting any warm and fuzzy feelings, as Brett would say, that was a good solid transaction to do, not knowing if it worked. So sometimes if you get a little gut feeling that it's not really a good idea, maybe just walk away. So I'm not in a position to just throw $300 in the trash can. So we're just going to walk away from that one and still look. So now we're on the way to get the weed eater.
Yes, and this is brand new with batteries, so I'll be able to check it.
Yeah, this will be fine.
But
We
a
can check
stackable
it.
washer and dryer has a lot of moving parts, and they are kind of prone to breaking down, to be honest. And they can be expensive to fix because they're in a combo unit. I've been told by some repair people that they cost more to fix because they're together.
And that one looked a little older, and I
Old.
personally would rather pay a little bit extra to know that it works rather than just waste $300 to find out that it does not.
And the guy's story too wasn't really adding up because it did not fit where they wanted to put it because the cabinets they had were too short. So he says it works. How does he know it works if they didn't use it there? So his story didn't add up. The vibe, I wasn't feeling it. And There's a couple other things, but we're not going to mention.
So basically, it was just a pass, and we're still on the lookout for that item.
Yes.
So the search continues.
Yeah. So hey, good morning. Last night we went out to, this was the same evening, we went out to a town north of here to try to get a stackable washer and dryer, but it was a no-go. So we went on to the other house and picked up a Cobalt weed eater. It has the battery and the charger, the 40-volt system, for $100. She was non-negotiable on it. She had a lot of people calling about it, so we went on. We paid it. It's $150 in the store plus tax. And she said she's maybe used it 5 or 6 times. Now the only thing is she couldn't find the guard that goes on here, but most people remove them anyway so that they can edge with it. So I didn't really care about the guard, but she did say if she comes across it, she'll let us know. But otherwise, I think another good purchase.
Yeah, and they were super nice people.
We were talking to them for like 2 hours.
Hours, yeah. We didn't end up leaving until like 9 o'clock. So we just met another group of nice people. So success on that one. We're still on the hunt for the stackable washer and dryer.
We are more nice people in Tennessee.
All right, so here we are at the Lowe's. We ended up finding a great deal earlier on the stackable washer and dryer, brand new. So we're gonna go in, pay for it, load up, and we'll show you what we got when we get back to the house.
Hey guys, well, good morning. We're back from Florida, and guess what? We have cabin projects to get done. We did get a washer dryer stackable unit, which we have a very small space, but I need to prep the space. We were using the washer and dryer out of the RV temporarily until we got something a little better, and we got it. So now we got to change the hookups because they have a 50 amp plug in here. It needs to be changed to a 30 amp female receptacle, and then we have to attach the wire to the unit and get it moved into the house. It's currently out in the garage area, so Therese and I,
Good morning, welcome to the mess.
it's a mess.
It is a mess.
Yeah, but it's not even an organized mess. It's a mess.
It is such a mess.
Sometimes we're bouncing off each other going, where did we put this? Where did we put that? Have you seen this? Like, you just asked me where the tissues were. I'm like, they're right over here. So it's early morning. It's probably like 6 in the morning. I got up early, couldn't sleep. My mind was racing on all the things we have to do here.
Got up at 5.
Oh, did I?
You did.
It was crazy.
So, I stayed in bed and prayed for an hour.
Good, we might need that. So this is our little laundry room mess. So this was the washer and the dryer that we had in the RV, and it works great. But we want to get something a little more permanent in here. I'm going to get these taken out and moved out to the shed for now. And that hose we won't need with the new unit. We'll get it moved in here so we can get some clothes done, because we're about a week or 2 behind.
I got lots of dirty laundry.
We got lots of dirty laundry. So we'll get started on that, and we'll take you with us on the process. So we have to replace the 50 amp type receptacle with something similar to this, but guess what? As luck would have it, we have the wrong one. So I didn't bring the cord with us. We didn't buy the cord. The cord was already here with the house, but I thought the appliance receptacle is what it would be taking. But as you can see, these are vertical slotted leads, and these are canted slotted leads, so this is not going to fit. Plus it's a 4-wire connection. This is a 3, so we either got to get a different cable or a different receptacle, one or the other. And I think the cables cost a little more, so we might just go with the receptacle that fits this cable. But we'll take them both to the store and get them swapped out.
You mean we got to go back to Lowe's already?
I know, right? So we might as well get a Lowe's list going.
Do they have a frequent shopper card?
Well, they should. I wish they had like an HOV lane to go straight there, but we gotta go like this. So I've already started unwiring this. You just take the 4 lead screws off, and then they got it attached to the wall here. So we just well, it's not very well attached to the wall, but you just back these screws out. They might be stripped into the wall, actually. Feels like it. And then this should just come. Of course, before you do any of this, you cut the breaker at the panel that's already off. So, yeah, they're kind of stripped, but looks like it's been caulked in too, so it's going to take a little bit of elbow effort. As you can see, I got my Olight on the job. Something I wanted to mention in this Olight that's really cool is right here on the back. We forgot to mention this last time. Is you charge the battery here, but you can also use it to supercharge your phone. Like if you need a quick charge on your device. What did it bring your phone up to the other day when you were running out of power? It brought it up to like from 15 to 70 in like 20 minutes. It was crazy.
I think it was more like 2% to 70 because my phone was so dead you couldn't even charge it in the vehicle or turn it on.
So it came in handy because we needed power to that phone really quick, and it takes a long time to charge it on the stand-up chargers that we have. So
it brought my phone back to life.
It did. So this is, I don't know what they got going here. Boy, these wires are stiff.
You got so much practice at the campground.
Yeah. A pair of pliers would make this a little easier. And you just
But who knows where those are?
There's another screw. This one's got a little more bite to it. So this receptacle is on a 40 amp breaker. I call it 50 because, you know, this typically is a 50 amp style. For a full size dryer unit, that might be what you need. Or an oven, that might be what you need. But for this little combo stackable washer dryer, you don't need this much power going to it. The good news is the wire's already there and ran, thank goodness, because that's a lot of work to run this to the panel box.
Yeah.
But this, we'll just hold on to this because this can be used maybe on another project.
I've noticed while we're shopping around how popular the stackables are now, that they have a lot of tower stackables that have all the fancy electronics in it, as well as the other units being stackable. I guess they're making a big comeback.
Yeah, they're stacking the full-size units now because people like them stacked. But
Maybe
you know,
it's the way they're building the houses.
You know what it's really hard to find though? And Therese will attest to this, and anyone who's been shopping for washers and dryers lately, full-size units, it's really hard to find the simple ones. They're all electronic now. They're push button and they're digital and they got circuit boards in them, and
they have so many features of what you would never even use.
Most of them have 30 different wash cycles. I mean, this is ridiculous. What you're going to do is you're going to get it in your home. Gee, it's fancy. I like it. It's gee whiz. It's in the store. It's the newest thing. You get it in the home. You put it on your first setting. You might use two of the 30 settings, and that's all you ever use. So it's a big waste of money that you're spending on some gee whiz stuff that you're not really going to use.
I'm sure all those circuit boards blow out fast and are expensive.
Now, when you bought your washer and dryer for your Ocala house, wasn't it you went in there asking for the simplest, turn the knob, push the button, start type unit, and they really didn't want anything to do with you after that.
Right. Because I'm not a big sale, so he just pointed over there, and I said, okay, thanks, have a good day.
Yeah, that was it.
He wasn't talking me into something that cost thousands of dollars and did a bunch of stuff I didn't need.
Basic
Unless-
is best.
Unless those things start folding it and putting away in the drawers, maybe we can talk then. And maybe I'll come with Rosie the robot and she'll put my stuff away.
Yeah, but they
Until then, no sale for me.
a basic machine is all you need, and you're just wasting extra money with all the fancy crap.
I think in a lot of
It's
ways
more stuff to break too.
we would do best getting back to the basics.
More stuff to break. So at least with the small combo units, they're still pretty basic. I mean, they do have some. They have some digital, digitized stuff on them.
And as far as the wash loads, they're much bigger than they were back in the day. Before
Yeah,
they
can
were
handle
like
more stuff. Yeah.
small loads, but the drums seem pretty large.
Yeah, they're coming with. They've gotten better. They used to be prone to breaking down because there's a lot of moving parts to them, and you have to bring the whole unit in if it needs to get repaired. But they've come a long way with that. They're a lot more reliable, and I don't know. I'm kind of excited to get the new combo unit in here.
Apparently, you woke up at 5 o'clock this
Well, I
morning.
was ready to go, and then now we got the wrong receptacles. So I guess off to Lowe's we go after we make a short list.
Back to the drawing board.
So we got this unit. So it came in a brand new box and everything. The reason it was returned was customer did not like or something like that. It was ridiculous.
So first of all, let's talk about the deal we got on this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we went to a couple of different places after looking on Marketplace and not finding any good deals, and running around and looking at some and not wanting to trust whether they work or not for the money. We started looking in some of the different stores. So we went to one store and we could have got one for $1,200 at the first store we went to. Then we stopped into Lowe's because we had a few things we had to look at. And we looked in their scratch and dent section, which they happened to have a pretty large one at the time. A lot of stuff in their little section. And this was there. And the original price on this is $1,500. At the time, inside in the regular aisle, they had them on sale for $1,300 from the $1,500. And then we saw this one marked for $1,400 in the scratch and dent section. So we talked to the manager and told him that right now the new ones are on sale cheaper than the scratch and dent. So he looked it over, decided he needed to clear out some of that stuff because it was getting full, and he gave it for how much?
$1,000.
$1,000.
It's flat 1,000, so we got $499 off.
And we saved $200 more than at the other place, which I think I like the GE brand better than what the other brand was. I can't even remember. But
Yeah,
it's brand new,
it's brand new in the box.
so you know it's gonna work. And they didn't like it. That was it.
And we were looking at some units on Marketplace. Most of them were an hour or more away. So you gotta figure out travel time. And then you find out when we did go look at one, it was horrendous. Quite a bit less money, $300, $400. Most of these are ranging between $650 and $850 used. So why not spend a couple $100 more, and then you get the warranty with it, it works, you have a backing, versus buying from a private owner where if nothing works, you take it back. They're not going to give you your money back. So this was a better deal for this because there's a lot of moving parts to this. You got heating elements, you got motors in both units, top and bottom. You got the pump in the washer, has to pump the water out. So there's a lot of moving parts to this. So you want to be sure everything's going to work and that you have some type of warranty.
And look,
So
simple
Yeah,
controls.
knobs. You don't see all these digital displays and all these fancy things. You do have a lot of options here, more than you really need, but it's fine for what it is. It's really about as basic as they make them now. So there's less to break. There's less extra stuff that you're never going to use. So I think it's going to work great. And you can run these units at the same time. That's what I like about it. You could take your wash from the washer, put it in the dryer, and then start another load in the washer. It's great. It's perfect efficiency, and we like it. Can't wait to get it hooked up.
And it'll fit in that space nicely. And when we do hook it up, I'll show you the size of the drums.
Yeah, can't open it just yet, but we're getting there. All right, we're trying to get the washer and dryer stackable into the house. I know it looks a little ridiculous, but it's very heavy, and the two of us can't get it over here just carrying it. So from the garage over to here, we just put it on here. It is balancing on some workout mats on a hitch extender. So now I'm going to unstrap it, ease it down, and then walk it onto the cardboard ramp. Probably tip it under the cardboard ramp. We're going to push it up the hill, and then it'll lay down. And then we'll pick these up, stand the unit up, walk it over to the door, and then once we get it over there, we may have to tip it under the door. We don't know yet. And then I do have a dolly once we get it inside. Once we get it inside the door, I do have a way of moving it across the floor. So it'd be nice to get it to this point. But that's the plan.
Well, I hope this works. This
Say
is.
your prayers.
I've been praying, yeah, absolutely. This is how I got my washer and dryer in my old house by myself up the stairs. I used the cardboard and got it in there by myself, but that was a few years ago. I'm a little more broken now.
He says a hurt shoulder. I have a hurt shoulder. My arm's okay unless I try to go overhead with it, and it hurts up here. So, and I tweaked my back earlier, but I don't think that'll be an issue. It's just certain positions on the back, and it's getting better since yesterday. So I don't think it'll be a problem standing up with the back.
And of course my back is shot from delivering mail, but
So we got some injuries we're working through, but we're gonna get this done. We just had a huge storm rain, and it just like Florida, it rained hard for 15 minutes and stopped. So I'm kind of getting flashbacks of Florida, right?
yeah,
It don't look like it just rained,
and now it's fixing to get hot.
but it did. It probably rained like a quarter inch.
So let's get this thing moving.
Yeah.
We'll check back for the progress with y'all. And remember, if this doesn't work, this wasn't my idea.
Okay, we got the unit in the house, doing the slide method with the boxes. So we did Therese's idea work. We cut the box, the cardboard from the box it came in, and was able to lay it on there and slide it, rotate it, slide it, stand it up, walk it over to the door, and then we had to rotate it, tip it, back on cardboard, slide it in, then stand it up, and then walk it again over to here. So if you look at the space we have now, there's not a lot of space. So it's going to go in just like this. We'll push it back and the doors will open facing you. Because if you put it on this wall facing, you're like this, it won't fit.
And you can see from the marks in the ceiling,
They had one like
they
this.
had one like it, so that's exactly where you can go to.
They really should have coordinated with us, because we could have bought that one. They could have got the new one and just left them in place. But,
Darn it.
so now we got to attach the power cord, which is in here. I've already removed the box.
Oh, man.
You can see it right there. It's got to be hooked up right there.
We got a little scratch in the floor.
Yeah, we did. Got a scratch in the floor. War wounds. So I'm going to work on this.
All right, so we got the machine all in there and all hooked up. So now, see how tight this is? It looks like Brett's gonna have to stay in here. Look, he has no room.
I don't think I can get out.
I'm gonna have to put a bucket in there for you.
It's pushed all the way against the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna put a bucket in there and I'll just deliver
Right.
your food. You'll be alright.
I can't get out.
You'll be alright. So, I guess
I don't know how this is going to work.
this is Brett's new home.
I don't like it.
It's not too roomy, is it?
No.
Okay, well, stay tuned to find out what's gonna happen to Brett.
All right, well, there was no way I could get out. So I sent Therese in. It's all connected, but now she has to get out.
I've squeezed the top. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done.
I know, we're about to solicit some 12-year-old to come back here and
Okay.
hook these up.
The worst was getting my boobs past it. Now I think we're good. Okay.
Putting quite a stretch on some things, but all right, now I can push it in and see if
I'm free. What you have to do for clean clothes around here.
Okay guys, we're wrapping this project up with the washer and dryer unit. We did get it pushed back. We turned the breaker on and we got power. So it appears everything's working. We did not forget to turn the water on, and the water is on. Or we'd have to go back there again.
That would be awful because
Yeah.
that hurt getting out.
So it's in as far as it can go. So it's a tight fit. Now I think what we're going to do, so we can access the back, you know, to future maintenance, like if you have a water leak or something, you're going to have to pull this whole thing out again. We might put an access door on this left wall about 4 feet back, and that would mean going into the bedroom. Just going, you know, there's a mess here, but behind this door we could put an access panel, and just a little 3x3 door, something you can crawl in just to do, you know, emergency maintenance.
That's
But,
tight, buddy.
it is tight.
I might be able to put a broom or a mop hanging on the side, but that's it.
Yeah, the detergents won't even fit in there.
Yeah.
Like, the roof, oh, you can't even, I mean, we're touching the roof back there. You can't even push it back anymore. So it's like, that's all the space you have. That's it. You used almost every square inch.
We got it in here.
Hey, it's in, and we can do laundry.
And that's a miracle. High five, because like I said, it hurt to get out.
You're leaving me hanging,
I'm
sister.
sorry. So
All
sorry.
right. High five. All right, we're going to try a load and see how it works out. Stay tuned.
You want to see how big my drum is?
Yes. How big is your drum, baby?
Check this out. You can
Wow.
like do all our washing here.
Kind of dark. You can see a little bit. But you can see these have gotten a lot bigger and a lot more options on these things.
I remember back in the day when my Oma had one of these in her place. It was tiny. It was just a tiny drum. So they've come a long way in these, and there's a lot more options.
Yeah,
like-
look at some of these. I mean, you only need about 3 options, and there's like 12 on there.
Yeah, those electronic ones with all that, I would never use any of that, honestly.
And I didn't know you had 6 different temperatures of water, but you got tap cold, cold and cool, colors, warm, hot. What happened to just cold and hot? Or warm?
It could be cool.
Or a mixing valve where you set it.
You could do cool. Be cool,
It'd
yo.
be cool, yo.
Yo, yo, cool.
And then load size. Look at all these sizes. Precise fill. God forbid if you have to think. In small, medium, large, and super. It's like
That can get me a quick
take
fluff.
a
Or
quick
get-
fluff.
If I get in here, can I get de-wrinkled?
Maybe.
That's cool.
You were pretty wrinkled when you were laying on the floor back there trying to get out.
I did not think I was gonna get out. It really hurt to get out.
Yeah.
I said, my goodness.
Wow. Well, we're going to give it a spin, I guess, and see what happens. Hopefully, wash happens.
That's right. No more dirty.
No more dirty. Hey guys, okay, we're finishing up this series on the washer and dryer connection. And what I wanted to show you is the washer and dryer is all hooked up. Upstairs, we are now in the crawl space. So I wanted to show you the rest of this hookup. I've got my Olight lantern here. That's the only light that's in here. So it's a little hard to see. So let me show you what we got going on here. I'm going to spin this camera around real quick. And the flexible line that you see there to the right of the plumbing is the flex line that comes down from the dryer. Now, I don't like these flexible lines mainly because they don't give a smooth bore surface for the exhaust air to escape. They tend to collect lint. But in this case, because there's so many things you have to maneuver around, getting a solid pipe in there is something that we can do maybe at a later date. But we want to get this thing up and running. Now you can see in the past, it used to just end right there where I connected this elbow. That's all new. So this used to just blow all around here, and you can see on the AC ductwork there's lint everywhere. There's lint all over the ground. And so something the inspector said is you might want to get that vented outside, although, you know, it puts damp air in your crawl space. AC just kicked on, so I'm going to speak up a little bit here. So you want to keep this space dry under here, obviously, because you have wood and you don't want to attract termites, cockroaches. You don't want dampness. You want to keep it dry. So what I've done is I've ducted this. I even got a couple extra pieces of elbow there. Those can be twisted and turned into 90s and the S-curves, all kind of shapes. So I picked up a few of those because I didn't know what I was going to need. So what I did is I put one here, and then as I'm holding my lamp, I have a hanger, a makeshift hanger here. I need to do a better job of that. I need to get some screws so I can actually attach it to the rafters there. But what we're going to do is the tube is straight, and I have it vented to there. And there's a screen on that window, so I'm not able to put like louvers on there that would blow the louvers open when it's being used, and then they would close automatically, and that's to keep varmints from coming in. But this has a screen on it, and it is working very well actually. It is blowing out that vent, and I was outside yesterday when the dryer was running, and I came over to check on it from the outside, and it's blowing air out, and I could smell the dryer. You know, you can smell it as I was walking over to it. So I'm like, oh yeah, let me check on that, because I smelled it and I'm like, oh, that's my dryer. So yeah, so this is our fix for that. I do want to get a couple of I need to get some screws. There are lots of remnants around here, different things. You can see that's the main water line where it comes into the house. There's cable in here, but these things right here, these are designed for, this is strapping material, and this works good. I just got to have some screws in order to use it. So I'm going to use this leftover strapping material, and I'm going to put a strap probably right in the middle where this joint is, and attach it to this rafter. And then I'll probably replace this one with a strap that's just hanging there, and then attach it to that rafter. And we're all set. So that's the dryer venting out of the crawl space and outside. And so I think that concludes the washer dryer install. I'm thinking about putting in a trap door in the bedroom in order to get into behind that washer dryer unit. It's not something that's immediately necessary, but if I ever need to do some maintenance back there or something, or then I wouldn't be able to get back there without just pulling the whole thing out again. So that's ultimately my goal, but right now I'm considering this a done project, and later in the week we'll be moving on to other projects. I need to install a 5G cellular phone antenna amplifier, which I had at my stepmother's house, and it worked really good. So we brought it down here. We do get 5G on the phone. It's between 1 and 2 bars. So I think with this amplifier we would get between 3 and 4 bars and be great and be more reliable for uploads and downloads, because we need connectivity to the world. So anyway, we'll have more video on that later. I just wanted to finish this up. That's it from Tennessee. We'll see you later.